Thank you for checking out Tea and a Buddy on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello, and welcome back to Tea and a Buddy Podcast. I'm Erica.
And I am Dominic. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Today's podcast episode is going to be inspired by a recent YouTube hole that I fell down.
The YouTube hole of life.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you have ever been on YouTube and seen like these reaction videos. I think the account is actually called React.
Well, I mean, I think it got popular with like kids reacting to things.
Yeah.
And I seem to remember watching a couple of videos. Oh, kids react to different foods from around the world. You know, American kids react to different foods from around. British kids react to American food. It was like, I think it started out like, people react to the ending of a show or a big surprise moment in a show, and you know, it's just like the camera's on their face as they watch, and they're like, oh my god, I didn't know he was going to do that. Oh my god, oh, what's happening now? Oh,
yeah.
You know, and that became people watching other people react, you know, like Gogglebox and
yeah.
all that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to watch people watching TV. There you go.
So I started watching these teenagers react to music of the 1990s, and I don't know, it was just fascinating watching like kids now in the 2000s to think, because
teenagers,
because to me,
or younger,
it doesn't feel like the 1990s were that long ago.
Well, I can still remember them.
I mean, that just shows you like how old you actually are, you know, when you can say that, you know, when you can say, oh, the 90s, that doesn't feel, you know, it was 30 years ago almost.
I like, yeah. Well, it was.
Well, it was 30 years ago.
It was 30 years ago.
Yeah, girl.
You've got your 90s hairstyle today. In honor of the 90s. Yes. I noticed. I've got mine too.
But anyway, so I just thought, you know, a lot of music here in America is going to have been the same music that was popular in Britain in the 90s.
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah, but every once in a while there's going to have been some songs here or there that obviously did not make it across the pond.
Well, yes, I mean, there's something, you know, like, we talked about this, you know, like an artist that's popular in both countries didn't necessarily have the same hits. I mean, you know, when you're talking about, like, the Beatles and stuff, they pretty much had a standard run of hits.
Right.
On both sides of the Atlantic, you know, there's no songs that people don't know.
Yeah,
you know? But with, like, say, for example, Rod
Stewart.
Yes. It's one of those days, you know, like, it was coming, I don't know what song it was actually now.
What song I've said?
Yeah, like, oh, and you were like, was that a hit in Britain? I was like, oh, it doesn't sound familiar. What about Sailing? Do you know Sailing? And you're like, no. So that was a massive hit.
It's that Motown, I can't remember what
Put
the
name. Records on Motown. Put those Motown records on. Something, yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
It was. I don't remember it being a hit. Maybe it was, but I haven't really done the research and looked at it. But I don't remember hearing it. You know, of course, I remember hearing Maggie May.
We'll put the speakers in the window and we'll go on the roof and listen to the miracles echo through the alley.
And you
down
wear
below.
It well and all that.
That was a great song. And yeah, you were like, no, I've never heard this song before. Yeah, so that's funny, but yeah, so what we decided to do is test that theory.
You're going to test that theory. Test my knowledge of 1990s music.
Yeah, so
music of the 90s.
What I did, you guys, is I just kind of went through like all the hits from the 90s. Not necessarily number one songs, though, because probably if they were number one, it's, you know, likely that they were at least popular in Britain, if not a number one in Britain. Likely that you've heard it anyway. So I was trying to pick not like obscure songs, we're not talking like songs that were deep cuts from artists that came out in the 90s or anything like that. It's going to have been something that came on the radio. Something I can remember played on the radio. You know, I remember liking it, or you know, maybe not necessarily, but it just hearing it often enough, but maybe it wasn't like one of the top songs, like, you know, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion or something like that. That's obvious. Everybody knows that song.
Everybody knows that song. I mean, songs that were in films, then yeah, you know, it's like, and that film was a hit in both countries, then yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, now I'm thinking about it, all mine, the 5 songs, because we're doing 5 songs each.
Yeah.
The 5 songs I've queued up are, they were number ones. I think they were all number ones in Britain now, come to think of it. And I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, I don't think they were number ones over here. Maybe they didn't even chart.
Yeah.
You know? But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So Dominic is sort of, how would you word it? Like,
what?
I'm very well-rounded musically. Like, just growing up, I listened to everything that came on the radio.
Well, more current musically is more thing. I mean, well-rounded is like you're into a lot of genres of music.
Yeah, well, which I am.
I mean, I consider myself
country
to be
music,
in quite
hip-hop, pop, you know, rock, alternative.
I've got my preferences, but I'm into quite a bunch of them too. You know, I'm into like some weird stuff. You know, the stuff that you don't like. You know,
so I could have come out with like
soundtracks
with like a load of hip hop or rap or something, and he's not going to know.
You never know. I might know it. You never know. But that one's a classic.
So I tried not to do that. I tried to pick people that maybe he could at least sort of guess from. Okay, so what we want to do...
We're going to play a clip.
Try to guess the title, try to guess the artist.
Okay.
At least one or the other, you know. Okay. And then I'll say what year it came out after.
Okay.
Okay, so here is the first song.
Ready to go. Okay. Okay.
Any idea?
Belinda Carlisle?
No. Okay, wait.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, here we go.
This sounds 80s. No. I want to be like one of those kids and say Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
I'm good. Ed Sheeran.
No idea.
I would have said either Cyndi Lauper or Belinda Carlisle, judging on the way the vocals are. It's very like late 80s, early 90s. So I'm going to guess early 90s.
Yeah.
1991, 92?
1990.
1990. Oh, okay. So, but I have no idea if it's not either of those two. And I have I don't want to think about it. Is the song?
Impulsive is the title. By the band Wilson Phillips.
Wilson Phillips. Yeah, I mean, they had a couple of hits in the UK, I think.
Did they?
I think Hold On was a hit, but it's just like...
Oh, yeah.
When you've got so much of that stuff, it kind of, you know...
That was basically like their only album, which I had. Wilson Phillips, if you guys don't know, was made up of...
Brian Wilson's daughter.
Yeah. And, what's his name?
Carney.
Phillips.
I think her name was Carney.
And the Papas.
Yeah. And, yeah. Okay. So, I failed that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was Belinda Carlisle.
You were close, though. You could tell that
I thought it was like a Go-Go's type thing, you know.
You could tell that it was from the early 90s.
Moving swiftly along.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
See, this is why they have YouTube, because I'm doing a little dance now. Like, come on, you know this song.
No, it's not.
Not ringing any bell.
I'm gonna say early 90s.
Yeah.
1994. Around that time.
Okay. Let me see if I can get to the...
Colorblind. This is was it like a one-hit wonder or?
No.
Because some,
No.
yeah, because
No, this group was quite popular. En Vogue.
En Vogue, yeah, no.
En
I've never
Vogue, and
heard
it's
of them.
called Free Your Mind.
Never heard of En Vogue.
Yeah. En Vogue.
En Vogue, En Vogue, En Vogue.
Yeah, En Vogue, Free Your Mind. It was written in response to the Rodney King situation that happened here, where he got beaten.
Yeah.
There were riots and stuff afterward. Yeah.
Play me something I know now. Come on.
Colorblind, don't be so shallow.
Colorblind. Yeah, I mean.
Okay, this one I think that you might get, which I don't know if I should have really given you that clue, because then you're gonna be like
this one you might get.
Who
that's a clue I'm gonna get. You know.
Okay, here's the third song.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Is this Bonnie Raitt? Does this sound like Bonnie Raitt? It sounds like a Bonnie Raitt.
You got it!
Bonnie Raitt?
Yeah, it's Bonnie Raitt!
I love Sneaking Up on You, I'm guessing the song.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know the song, but yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's Love Sneaking Up on You.
See? There you go. So I got one. There.
1994, Bonnie Raitt, that's just Love Sneaking Up on You. Yeah. That's so hilarious. You got her voice, like, straight away.
Bonnie Raitt!
You don't listen to that much Bonnie Raitt, though,
Bonnie, we're like that.
To, have really... been that quick on it, I didn't think, but...
Bonnie Raitt, mate.
Okay, this is the next song.
I know it.
You know it? Is that what you said?
It's Red Hot Chili Peppers, isn't it?
Okay, you have to listen to it a little bit more. You just guessed that because they say California Love.
No, and it just sounds like Anthony...
Kiedis,
yeah. Kiedis. Oh, maybe it's not. Run DMC?
I can just hear all the Americans going, oh, God!
Run DMC.
No, okay, that
you need to get you a pair of, like, those big baggy pants, you know?
This song is from 1996. It's called California Love.
It's not right. Run DMC, then.
Tupac Shakur featuring Dr. Dre.
Tupac, yeah, see? Yeah. You see, you screwed me up with that.
Let me just do this one. I don't think you're going to get this one. This is not... The artist is a bit obscure, but the song they played all the time on the radio, so...
Yeah.
In the Hollywood Hills and the Boulevard. Her parents threw big parties. Everyone was there.
Ever heard it?
It sounds familiar.
Dennis Hopper and Bob Seger and Sonny and Cher. Safe now in Sparrow and Fairfax. A lullaby.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
You heard this?
it sounds familiar.
The look of recognition on his face suddenly.
I wanted to say Beck, first of all.
Oh, why?
Because of just the way it was kind of like coming in, you know?
Yeah.
The artist is obscure, you said?
Well, to me. Bit of a one-hit wonder.
Rockabye.
The song is from 1998. Sean Mullins.
Oh, no.
And the title is Lullaby.
Lullaby? No, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, so...
That was it?
Maybe we'll do a bonus one at the end if we have time, but yeah.
Bonus nachos.
So that was it. So I don't know if you were keeping score, but I think he got one.
I got one. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of obscure, so yeah.
I probably won't get yours, I'm guessing, unless
Well, I've got mine queued up, and I've just got them on iTunes here as first song, second song, third song, fourth song, and fifth song.
Okay. And you know what year they're from and everything to tell us. And the title. Okay.
Yes. So,
let's go then.
So here we go. It's a blast from the past for all you UK people who are my age. You getting it?
Oh my god, what is this?
You know it, people.
The voice sounds kind of familiar. Oh my god, hopefully this is very early 90s, like almost 1980 too. I mean 1980 also, not 1982. Oh, it sounds kind of like the Driving Home for Christmas guy.
No.
No?
No, it's not Chris Rea, no.
It's not like Tom Jones.
No, it's not Tom Jones.
Tom Jones in the 90s.
I mean, he was big in the late 80s and early 90s.
I could never venture a guess at the title of that
it was
song.
like from like 88 to 92 he was big.
Okay, no. I don't know.
Jason Donovan. Any Dream Will Do. That was his last number one before he kind of like slipped off into the world of obscurity and just, became like one of
1992, you said?
1991, I think it was, yeah.
Huh, okay, no. I've never heard it.
It's trailed off anyway. Okay, so
I think
Jason Donovan, Any Dream Will Do is from
I think I've heard you
Joseph and the
mention him
Technicolor
before,
Dreamcoat.
Okay.
Because he was playing Joseph in that, and that was like Andrew Lloyd Webber, and that was his last number one. Anyway, let's move on to the second song.
Okay. Oh my god, he's doing the craziest dance. Oh.
You know this one?
Yeah. Just a little bit, ooh, a little bit more. Just a little bit. Oh. I'm not sure if maybe someone in America covered it. I don't know if this is a version I've heard. This again sounds 80s to me.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just a little bit.
Ooh,
yeah, that's
a little bit more.
But who's
yeah,
it
I've
by?
definitely heard it before. I don't know if that's the version I've heard before. I'm not positive.
This is a little bit of a cheat one because she was a one-hit wonder.
Okay.
This was her only hit.
It sounds very 80s.
Well, I can give you the year if you want. It's from 1996.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I gave you the year for Jason Donovan, 91.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit by Gina G.
Gina G, okay.
Yeah, Gina G, yeah. I mean, that was a massive hit for like, I don't know, actually, I don't know if it was like more than a week or something it stayed at number one, I'm not, but yeah, I remember it as a kid, so yeah.
I don't know if they played it over here or if I've just heard it like, sometimes
hits become covered by other artists over here.
Well, yeah, no, what I was going to say, sometimes they play the original one, but only in, like, stores.
Only in, like, Ross and Target.
Grocery stores.
On a late Sunday night.
In the mall.
And it's like, oh, wow, this is the original version of No Doubt's It's My Life. Because It's My Life was a cover. No Doubt covered it in 2003. Everybody thinks it's their song, but it was actually an 80s band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The third song.
You got me to hitch my knees up and pulled my legs apart.
What?
You took an Instamatic camera and pulled my sleeves around my heart. Because you're gorgeous, I'd do anything for you. Because you're
I want to say that that's somebody I know, and I just don't know the song.
I believe it's another one-hit wonder.
Oh, okay.
They may have had a couple more hits, or songs out, but that was a hit for them. In the year 1996, again.
1996.
That was a classic year for British music.
Oh my god, I have no idea then if it was a one-hit wonder. Is it a band?
It's a band.
Okay, yeah, because it was like the first guy's voice didn't sound anything like the...
You're gorgeous. That was everybody. Because you're gorgeous.
Yeah, I wanted to say that sounded almost like it could have been an Oasis type situation.
It was yeah, I mean, that's probably why they had a hit, because it was like similar in vein to what Oasis and Blur and stuff were doing at the time, and they were having number ones.
Yeah.
But this was like, and it was like a drunken one, points of being like, because you're gorgeous, and saying it to like women, random women in the pub.
Oh my god. You would you?
No. I was 10 at the time. I didn't do that sort of thing. Thank you very much. It was Baby Bird. That was the band
Baby
name.
Bird?
Yeah.
Oh, get out.
And the title was, interestingly enough, You're Gorgeous. Because you're gorgeous. So, here we go on to the fourth song now. It's all to play for, because you haven't got any of them so far.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I don't think I recorded the chorus to this, actually. I didn't record the chorus to it. I don't know why I was thinking, because that would have given away the title.
Well, first of all, let me just say that it sounds like mid-90s.
Yes. Technically, it's early 90s, but it didn't become a hit in Britain until the mid-90s.
It's just giving me, like, 90s reggae vibes, like the, ooh, baby, I love you way. Yeah, it's like that.
That was Peter Frampton from, like, the 1970s, wasn't it?
Yeah, but no.
Someone else covered it and had that, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Had a hit with it. I kind of like it. At first,
it's another Australian, funnily enough.
At first, I was just thinking, you know what? It's a wonder that any American music was popular in Britain in the 90s, because, like, it just sounds so different. You know what I mean? Like, how could British people like that, what we've just listened to, and then, like, what was happening over here? Like,
because you're gorgeous.
Yeah, weird. I don't know. I kind of like it. It grew on me the longer it played. But
well, I'm going to sing this chorus now. You ready for this, everyone? And I know you all are at home. Whoa, mysterious girl, I want to get close to you.
So it's called Mysterious Girl.
Yep.
Okay.
By the one and only Peter Andre.
Oh, okay.
That was his, I think him and, he had that and Flava, I think, was a hit, and then he just disappeared until Katie Price so wonderfully brought him out of obscurity. Actually, it was I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And then he dated Katie Price, who's like a tabloid celebrity. And, he kind of had another couple of hits, but then he's just kind of walking around now.
He's just walking around now.
But everybody remembers him for Mysterious Girl. That was his big hit in the mid-90s.
It grew on me. At first I was just like, oh geez, The 90s music.
1996.
It sounds very kind of like 80s-ish to me, but British 90s music. But yeah, it grew on me. It was okay.
And here's number 5.
Okay, come on. Let me be able to figure this one out. Yeah, that sounded more like some things that were happening over here. There was a lot of, like, girl kind of songs like that in the 90s. But I have no idea. I don't recognize the voice. I'm just going to guess, like, Kylie Minogue.
Nope.
You're just like, nope. Okay.
I've got a lot of, it's funny, I've got a lot of, like, soap stars on this list, actually. She was a soap star, but she was also in a movie that you love.
Okay, I don't know.
Movie that you love so much.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm gonna give you a hint now. Where the F is my effing co?
Oh, she sang?
Well, after she was on EastEnders, after she was brutally killed off in EastEnders, she began a pop career, which didn't last and that was her, like, only hit.
This was totally not fair. This was rigged. I demand a redo.
Martine McCutcheon, Perfect Moment, 1999.
Interesting. And when did Love Actually come out?
2003.
Okay, so she had, like, a little... What was she at one? Was that a one-hit wonder?
I think that was a one-hit wonder, yeah. I think that was her only album, and then she just kind of went back to acting.
Okay.
Because everybody was like, oh, Tiffany, her character on EastEnders was brutally killed off.
It seems like a lot of British people tried to have music careers, like, actor-wise, I mean.
Soap stars who get a big following, who's like, everyone loves you.
Yeah.
Nick Berry, again, someone who tried to have a singing career because he was big on EastEnders, because all the girls loved him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I had Every Loser Wins from the 80s. That was a number one, actually, and everybody now thinks it's naff. And then he went on to be in Heartbeat, and now no career anymore because he's retired pretty much from acting. He's just digging in his garden.
Well, that stunk.
Well, we did very well, I think. We guessed everything.
Were you playing along at home? Let us
Everybody got these.
Let us know if you got all of the songs that we played. I'm going to do a bonus one really quick before we wrap it up, because this is my other song that I couldn't decide.
Okay.
You might get it or you might not.
Might get it or I might not.
Yeah.
Dude, what's that? Sounds like technology.
Yeah, this is just the video. This is not that. Okay.
What was that group that Beyonce was in?
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child, is that them?
No.
Oh no, because I think they were out in like the early 2000s, weren't they? No, I don't know it.
If You Have My Love, Jennifer Lopez, 1999.
Who's Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever heard of Jennifer Lopez.
That was my other option. Yeah, so I think we should do this again.
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Using a different decades songs. If you enjoyed this, let us know whether we should do it again.
Did you get everything?
Yeah. Which decade you would like to hear us choose songs from. And, yeah. It was fun anyway.
It was fun, yes. It's more fun for you than for me, apparently, because I couldn't get... I got one and you got none. So.
I got none, yeah, so...
Yep. I think mine was, when I put it together, I was like, oh, these are kind of... I should have thought they were kind of obscure kind of tracks.
Yeah, mine were like super hits.
Super hits.
They were maybe not like number ones, but they were big. I would think that all of our American listeners would have gotten all of them.
Yeah, because they're listening to the radio.
I'm really curious though, you guys. Let me know. Everybody listened to the radio in the 90s. They don't really.
I just watched Top of the Pops for who was on usually. I mean, I grew up in a house that was like dominated by older parents, so it was like
folk music.
And 1960s rock and roll, 1960s pop music and stuff,
My mom always liked top 40, so that's what we listened to.
Yes.
Anyway, I think we should wrap this up.
Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We hope you played along.
But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye!
Bye-bye!